Inking, drawing, inking, drawing. I can't take this no more. He doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, he knows exactly what he's doing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with Swagahas. And in this one, we need to talk about drops. Dropsits like it's hotsits. That's right. As you guys can see in front of you, the latest, greatest J. Scott Campbell cover is on its way out. And what makes this one especially unique is the fact that it is tied to Marvel Rivals. That is right. Tomorrow is the big day. Marvel Rivals #1 variants by J. Scott Campbell for that of Psylocke, that of Squirrel Girl, that of Luna Snow, and also that of Sue Storm are coming out tomorrow, and the pre-sales are already going crazy. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this drop that is coming out, talk a little bit about Marvel Rivals in general. We are, just a couple weeks away from Marvel Rivals 1 coming out, and if the sales for current Marvel Rivals, which a little bit of a preview, are still going pretty crazy, well, I think we can safely say that this is probably going to be the hottest book of the year. But of course, before I get into it, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, I appreciate it. Helps support the channel doing those things. But let us get into this video. Now, this is a post that was made by J. Scott Campbell just a few days ago, where he made this announcement revealing the first of 4 new artist exclusives for Marvel Rivals #1 Psylocke, going on pre-sale this Saturday, 3/15 at 9 a.m. PST, only on jscottcampbell.com. And there is the image. And I gotta say, he absolutely killed this one. I mean, J. Scott Campbell does a good Psylocke, but this is a good Psylocke. Especially in the, Marvel Rivals aesthetic. I feel like he totally nailed that whole thing. And, as you can see, he's kind of showing off the... Oh, okay, dude. Okay. Maybe he just wanted to highlight his signature in this one frame right there. And then he also teased the next one and... Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay. Of the teases, really? Really? He's also got this Squirrel Girl one coming out, and Squirrel Girl, she's squirreling. She's squirreling for sure. Followed by the next tease, Luna Snow, this one featuring Jeff the Land Shark. And I gotta say, guys, I mean, I'm not trying to, cast any FOMO out there or, call any predictions and stuff. And I'm biased because I think Marvel Rivals is cool, but I gotta say, some of these covers are sort of the instant quintessential version of that character. I mean, the Psylocke one is like kind of an obvious, but there's a lot of options when it comes to Psylocke. If you want like, a really nice Psylocke cover, J. Scott Campbell himself has a bunch of them. But if you want a very nice Squirrel Girl cover, I think that this is kind of the one. Similarly with Luna Snow and Jeff the Land Shark. If you want one that is kind of the quintessential Luna Snow cover, especially now being that, her Marvel Rivals, depiction of her character is kind of the go-to now depiction of the character where, I have to assume that this style, this entire aesthetic and the wardrobe and everything, that's going to be the look of Luna Snow moving forward. Like no matter what, even if it's a book not related to Marvel Rivals, I kind of have a feeling like that's the new iconic look. And even Sue Storm right here. I mean, what a cool version of this character. And I gotta say, I think that these variants are definitely going to perform very, very well. I mean, I know that the pre-sales are already performing very well. I'm not telling you guys to buy this thing, but I'm saying that if you do want to buy it, maybe you want to try to buy it off of his website before you head over to eBay and have to pay the premiums that are already being asked for on that website. But let's talk about this right here. We got the 4 books coming out. Cover A, Psylocke, limited to 3,000 copies. Cover B, Luna and Jeff, limited to 2,000. Cover C, 2,000 for Invisible Woman. And cover D, 2,000 for Squirrel Girl. You can see right here, if you buy a single copy, it's $30 if you get it in the first 2 hours. Then it's $66 for 2 of the books, and it's $142 for all 4 books, which of course all of them come signed with a COA, blah, blah, blah. But I think what's most interesting about this is that if you head on over to eBay, look at some of these sold numbers already selling for 2x the price. $64 sale for the Invisible Woman. Look at this pre-sale CGC 9A, $149. Like the book hasn't even come out yet. This person can literally buy it on J. Scott Campbell's website tomorrow, but somebody doesn't care. They just want it. They want to secure their copy. $60 right here for the Squirrel Girl. $60 right here for the Psylocke. $60 right here for the Luna Snow. 65, 65, 65. But you can already see everyone's already listing their books, trying to capitalize on that pre-sale, which is, a whole other thing, right? Because it's like, how are you going to sell a book when you don't even have the book yet? You know, like what if the book sells out and someone buys your book? Are you going to be able to like actually fulfill it? Or are you just going to cancel your order? But that aside, in case you guys need a little reminder, Marvel Rivals #1, you know, the comic series based off of the video game, actually comes out on April 2nd, 2025. This right here is going to be the A cover. And how meta is it that we have a video game based on a comic now getting its own comic? I mean, wouldn't that be crazy? What if this became like the 616 universe? Like, what if this was the main universe from here on out? I mean, that would be actually pretty wild. But these J. Scott Campbell books are the variants of that #1 issue. In fact, there's actually a lot of variants for that #1 issue. If we just kind of go to recent Marvel Rival sales, I mean, not only is that #1 issue selling, like, you know, we have one right here, we have one right here, here's all the variant covers, but these are also the other, you know, character variants that were put out recently. You know, if you guys remember, I did the videos on the initial ones, which were the Magic, Spider-Man, and Venom ones. Well, they've definitely put out more since then. Of course, you know, they're going to definitely milk this cow as long as they can milk it. But these ones also, you know, selling pretty well. I mean, not necessarily selling for above cover price. I think a lot of these books at this point are now kind of known, like people are kind of on this train. But as far as like people wanting them, people wanting to collect them, you know, they're definitely selling out there. I mean, we have pages and pages and pages and pages of Marvel Rivals books selling on the secondary market. I mean, I don't know. Like it's hard for us to really know, like, you know, the end user data that how many people are actually buying this stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised when it comes to actual collectors of floppy comic books. I have to assume that these are some of the hottest selling comics in the market, even more so than that of just, you know, the regular sales for, you know, say whatever Amazing Spider-Man number is being sold right now. This one is actually really cool. It's done by Alan Quo. Forgive me if I said that wrong, but you can see all the characters on this one. So it's kind of a fun book to own if you're a fan of this game. But look at the pre-sale for this, $100, limited to 1,000. Just Marvel Rivals printing money out there. And I think J. Scott Campbell is also going to print money. Now, it's interesting with his books, you know, he's done some iconic character, female, beautiful pictures, you know, portraitures type of stuff. Like, and these are the ones that, you know, generally speaking in the collector market, people come back to these ones time and time again. Of course, his Uncanny X-Men #510, the first Psylocke that he did, or at least the first Psylocke that gained a lot of traction, is still a book that, you know, you can see. I mean, $80 here, $800 for a 9/8 signed, $100 right there, $485, you know, for another 9/8 with one bid on it. Then you have these ones right here that are like the sketch variant German edition. There are a bunch of different depictions of this J. Scott Campbell book, but it kind of reminds me of this current Psylocke that is coming out. Now, granted, this current Psylocke that is coming out has, you know, 3,000 copies out there. Here on the CGC census, there's 482. What can we assume? Like maybe there's 2,000 was the print run on a book like this. And you guys can see, I mean, not that it's like selling at its record price like it once did, you know, back when it first came out, nor has it really kept up with inflation in any significant way. But, you know, generally speaking, there's still people that want it. 450, 450, 300, 49, 435. So it's a book that, as far as a modern book is concerned, has somewhat withstood the test of time. At least there's definitely still a market out there. And this one right here, the Uncanny X-Men 510 sketch cover, where we have the background, you know, in black and white, limited to 41 copies on the census. This right here might be one of the holy grails when it comes to modern comic books, one that came out in 2009. Look at this recent sale. Last year, we had one for $16,800. That's pretty crazy. We had a best offer on eBay accepted. This one, I'd have to look at GPA, but let's assume that it was definitely in the 5-figure range. We had an auction go for $8,600 in 2022, and then 2018, it was $12,500. So, of course, there's a lot of big swings for this book, but, you know, $16,800. That's a really big number for this one. Again, this is one of the modern grails because it is done by J. Scott Campbell, and it is, quote unquote, so rare. Similarly, J. Scott Campbell, of course, he's done the ASM 607s, you know, the 606, the 601. Everybody knows these books, and these are ones that, you know, time and time again sell again because they are, you know, iconic. They are iconic to the Black Hat character. They are iconic to Mary Jane. And I have a feeling, you know, at least the Luna Snow one and the Squirrel Girl one, I think that these are the new two quintessential covers for these characters. And I think that they're going to sell really well. Look at this process right here. Drawing, inking, drawing, inking. I hope you guys understood my reference earlier in the video. But again, these things are going to go pretty hard. Actually, I wonder how much this original art is. I should slide into J. Scott Campbell's DMs and see if he's willing to sell that. Hey, Jay, are you willing to sell that? Can you message me? He doesn't follow my channel. Anyways, that's all for this video. That was me going over the Marvel Rivals J. Scott Campbell drop that's coming out tomorrow. 1 day left. Again, buy what you like, guys. Buy what you like. I'm not trying to push this here. I have no financial investment in this book or in J. Scott Campbell. I'm just saying, if you want to buy this book, which is in all likelihood 2 weeks from now going to be on the cover price and the hot list and all of that stuff, I pretty much bet my channel on it. Okay, I don't do that, but I think it's going to be in the trending, books, a couple weeks from now. If you're somebody who actually wants it, you should probably buy it tomorrow. Anyways, that's all for this one. Let me know what you guys think about Marvel Rivals. Let me know what you guys think about these J. Scott Campbell covers. I mean, what is it about J. Scott Campbell's art? I mean, I just don't get it. Why do people want to have this art right here? I don't know. Are these butts that you should hold on to? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all in the next video.